Story time. December 2018. I got to see my good buddy, Elias, get married. And Elias and I together is always a great time. We have been through a lot. We went to college when we were 20. And we're still good friends now, so it was great to see him get married to his now wife, Linda. And in Thailand, besides the wedding, I got to spend 10 days seeing this country that I love again. And back when I first got started on this marketing thing that I do, and just my whole New Heights and things like that, I knew I just had one goal in mind, that I wanted to work from my computer and travel around the world. That's all I wanted to do. I had a blog. It was called lifeofkheight.blogspot.com, and I would just write blog posts. And then I finally had this kind of epiphany that said, hey, New Heights, start this New Heights thing. And so I did. And I didn't know what it meant. I just knew it was going to be taken to a whole nother level. So I took my writing and then I kind of upgraded a website, upgraded to a nicer website, got newheights.com, and I knew I just was kind of going to start writing about things that I've improved in my life, things that I like in my life. And I had this grand idea that I'm going to write so much that people, businesses, are going to pay me to put their advertising on my website. It didn't work out that well. And from that time, I kind of just started a stumbling process because I knew I wanted to do something. There was an end goal that I had. I wouldn't necessarily say this is where I wanted to land the plane, but I just knew I wanted to work my computer, not work at the restaurant anymore, and travel around the world and make videos. And so once I started that, things started happening. One thing after another. I came across one training, another training, then I dove way in. And from that, I learned quite a bit of things. And I guess I can walk away with, if you go through things in your life that are difficult, never let them take anything from you. Take things from that. Because that's only going to apply to your life in ways that you're going to be able to not only become a better version of yourself, but somebody along the line is going to come across you and they're going to be going through what you went through last month, last year, 5 years ago. And that means that you are putting in that they're putting in your path for a reason, for you to help them. So I went through this very difficult time and I came out with a lot of knowledge. Just can't take anything up here from me. And from there, I lived in my car, was homeless. I went to Mexico for 2 months. I moved to Scottsdale for 6 months, came back, homeless again, lived in my car. I did have some awesome places. I did have an apartment. And then I really didn't know what to do at this point, to where I had this idea of New Heights. I had big dreams of it. I wanted to do all these great things. But what was my actual reality was nothing like what I've visioned and saw and the goals that I had. And I didn't realize that, obviously, instant gratification is something that we chase so much. So I learned quite a few lessons from that, and has brought me to where I am now. But from living in my car, one of the most difficult parts, and it really wasn't difficult. I'm blessed that I had a car to be sleeping in. I'm blessed I had a job to go to. I'm blessed that I had breakfast burritos that I could buy for $6. And it taught me a lot though, because right then and there, everything that I've been trying to do up to that point was me by myself. I'm gonna make New Heights. I'm gonna write. I'm gonna work from my computer and travel around the world. I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna impact people's lives. And finally, when I got to that point in my car, it was night like 3. I kind of was not sleeping well, obviously. I wasn't comfortable yet, but I had this little voice. I, being a spiritual person, and I'm a Christian man, I believe in God, and I believe God speaks to you in certain ways. But he finally said to me, are you gonna let me do this for you? And right there, I was like, well, up to this point, I've been trying to do everything myself. I've been trying to get my own money. I'm trying to get my own finances. I'm trying to make this marketing thing happen. I'm trying to do all this stuff all by myself. And it landed me in my car homeless. At a job I still was trying to run from because I did not like it. Not that the restaurant industry is bad, I just was not happy there. And I know, be happy, you have a choice to be happy. Yeah, that's great. But once you get to a plateau and you're not growing anymore and you're trying to break through that, it's a difficult point. And then finally, when you do break through that, it's a beautiful point. And so that's the moment that things shifted for me. Slept like a baby the next night. I was in my car for a month and a half until I finally had a breakthrough. And I got a job. And it takes a lot to, if you know like the entrepreneur journey a little bit, if you've ever tried to start your own business or try to start your own thing, you're like, I'm gonna start this, and the next day or next week, I'm gonna work for myself. I'm gonna be a billionaire next week. That's kind of the thought process when you start your own business. But then you get kicked, and then you get punched, and then you fall down a hill, and then you get like pooped on by the birds, and then people steal all your stuff, and it's like, oh, what just happened? And you just hit every rock on the way down, and all that stuff happens to you, and you get thorns, and just, it's a great life lessons. But once you get down to the bottom, there's only one way to go. If you're looking up, you can get up. So that's where I went. I went straight up. And I picked myself back up, and I knew that this opportunity was something that I've been praying for. And I also believe that opportunity always matches preparation. So all the times that I was still waking up and going to the coffee shop, learning, reading something to improve what I can bring to the market or I can bring to the world, the value that I can give to another human being, I've always been trying to work on that, period. And I don't say that to like boost my own ego, but I say that because I want to inspire you to, if you're feeling like it's not working, it's working. Trust me. Compound interest, if you do 1% every day, you're gonna get there, I promise. I'm gonna do another video called Compound Interest Will Get You Everything, because compound interest in time gets things for you exponentially. It's crazy. Anyway, this opportunity came. And it was to do everything that I was doing for my computer, trying to do for my computer, on the next level. It was my first breakthrough. It was my first signed deal. It was great because I walked into there and I really had no clue what I was doing. This is my first time working in a marketing office. I had no clue what I was doing. First of all, I didn't want to work in an office because I wanted to be an entrepreneur working from my computer, traveling around the world. So it was a little different, but I knew that I was about to be prepared. I needed to be going through a season of preparation again to get to where I wanted to be. So that's what I did. And in the beginning, it was very difficult because I still had New Heights. I was still thinking New Heights. I'm like, how can I build New Heights, but at the same time, build this new marketing company for this agency? It was difficult. And I had to do one of the toughest things, decision-wise, that I've ever had to do. And I had to just put New Heights to the side. I had to sacrifice New Heights and put it to the side so I could put my full emotions, energy, thoughts, everything like that, skills into helping these people get what they want. It was difficult. It's very difficult. But then a moment came to where another shift happened. From that time, it's been almost a year now. It's been a huge blessing. And I came to a moment to where something happened at work, and I had a vision about it, I'm not gonna lie. And once that person was removed, because I had that vision that it was going to happen, it happened. And then that was the moment that the door was open for me again to make another choice. And that was very difficult as well. And once I got started, I wanted to work my computer around the world. There's a program called Remote Year. And I wanted to do this program called Remote Year because they take you to 12 cities in 12 months around the world working remotely. And the great thing about that, some people don't like it, but I love it because one, I can focus on my business, and two, I can focus on the experience. They take care of the flights, the apartments, all the experiences, all the fun adventures. They have a travel agency in case you wanted to do a different travel. So all that stuff was taken care of. I just got to focus on my business and meeting people, exploring, like the experience. That's why I liked it. That's what I wanted to do. I applied for it probably the first week. I was like, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur with my computer. I applied for it and like, it's not gonna happen yet. I'm like, okay. And, but now this time came up and it was like it became such a reality to where I was like, okay, I can take a step forward to this. Like it's going to happen. August 25th was the date I had planned to leave. And then I get all excited and I'm like pushing forward because I'm a very driven person, motivated person. Once I see it, I try to take it as fast as I can. But I've learned over time to once it is revealed to me, there'll be a moment at the perfect time that it will be released to me. And even though I saw it and I had the date, I was brought back to a time to where it's like, well, I have this unique opportunity. And the vision that I had that I found out later on why I spent 6 months in Scottsdale is because I was revealed something that I believe can change the world. And that's what I want to do. That's what New Heights is called to do. So that's what I plan on doing. But now I had this opportunity where things were happening, and yet I was so focused and still shifted on leaving for remote year that when I came back, I said, well, now I have another big choice to make. And I learned in life that there's these things called pivots, and sometimes they're quick, sometimes they're big. But if you're picked, like in basketball, if you have the ball and you're just, nothing's happening. Like pass it, shoot it, whatever, dribble. So I was basically just doing this for like a month. I'm like, well, remote year, well, I have this opportunity now. It's like everything's coming. And then remote year, everything. And then I'm like, okay, remote year. And I stay here for a little bit and I freeze. And then I think, I'm like, no. I have a very special opportunity to grow something that's way bigger and way more just the things that I cannot see yet, that I know that are there, faith, they're going to happen if I take this step. And for me to get up and leave for 12 months could cut ties with some of the relationships, some of the things that I've been processing, especially because I've been trying to stay planted and my roots have been growing. And once you stay planted, things start to grow and grow higher and grow stronger. And then that also produces fruit or leaves, something like that, life. So I was trying to work on that. And I was like, all right, I'm doing remote year. And I kind of just took a step. And then I realized it wasn't for me. Took a step back. I said, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna double down on myself for New Heights. So I did it. I'm going on New Heights. I took a big trip to Hawaii and a lot of thinking, a lot of praying, a lot of guidance. And once I took that step, it's funny, because if you pivot in basketball, the deciding play, the deciding outcome of what's supposed to happen depends on what you do when you pivot. And for me to take this one pivot and pivot back, I took a step and I started dribbling to go for what I've wanted to do for a long time, but I had to give something up that I truly wanted, and I still believe it's going to happen, just in a different way, to really focus on where I'm supposed to be going, where I'm called to go, what I'm called to do. And it's been an incredible month already from taking that step. A lot of times in life, you're presented with 2 things, or maybe even 3 things, and nothing else happens until you make a choice. And once you make a choice, we get so caught up on making a decision that sometimes we don't make that choice and things never start to move. And finally, if you pick something, whether it's right or wrong, you pick it, you're able to go and you learn that it's wrong, then you can adjust and go to the next thing. Or you pick it and it works and you keep going until something happens to where you turn again. But you gotta make that choice. And I had to make that choice, and it was very, very difficult. But it took some time in Hawaii, a whole week. And then I got back, I was like, remote year, yeah. And then I was like, no, it's time to double down on myself. And I did. So, New Heights 3.0, it's real, it's coming out. It's been a crazy ride, and this is like something I've wanted to do for a long time. One, work from my computer, definitely. Help people a lot, and make videos like this, and have the opportunity to do that. And I've always had this dream, and when I first moved into this studio, it looked like this. And now it's been 8 months, and it's like a completely different place. I'll show it to you. I know I have before, but this is brand new. This is a gift. This is like an amazing gift. This is not mine. It is mine, but it's not mine. It's God's, and He lets me use it. This is a high, like super efficient video editing, 27-inch pure Macness of awesomeness. And I got it. And it was been a dream for so long. And this desk happened, and I have this like futon, and all, like, it's a completely different place because I decided to stay put and allow things to happen. And that's what I did. And so I'm sharing this with you now. There's this thing called the New Heights journey that I've created because I want to share my journey to inspire yours, to encourage you on yours, to impact you on yours, and help you become the person that you are called to become, in order for you to reach the people that you're called to reach, and for you to impact those who are waiting for you to help them. That's what New Heights is for me. And I get to share that. And I get to do the things that I love. And so I want to share that with you. And I want to throw that out there. So in this short 15-minute story time video, New Heights 3.0. June 1st is when it launches. I'll show you my website and things like that. But basically, my goal right now is to help purpose-driven entrepreneurs. So authors, well, there's a lot of purpose-driven entrepreneurs, but narrow it down to a slimmer thing. Authors, experts, coaches. If you are an author, an expert, or a coach in something, I have been developing the skills to help you. And I do it for myself too. So I'm excited to share this. I have no clue, and I'm scared. I'm scared because last time was a gnarly ride, and taking the leap of faith is more of taking a step of faith. And I've had this kind of idea to where, I don't know if you've like seen, I don't even know how to describe it, but what movie it is where he's walking and the bridge is just being built in front of him. And so he just keeps taking steps. This is the vision that I've had. And at the end of that bridge is obviously where he's at. And it's been a huge theme of this year of release for me. Release from this place of bondage, release from this perspective of bondage, and then released into the promise of this blessing. And I'm excited to share this with you because I believe that none of this is my doing. Ever since I stopped trying to hold on to New Heights and build it myself and do things myself, I landed myself in my car. I let go, and this happened, and this is happening. And I want to share it with you, and I want to encourage you to keep going as well. But once you live with an open thing like this, you can let life happen. Once you close it, you suffocate it. You open it, and life blossoms. It's beautiful. So, stay tuned and check out these cool highlights from Hawaii.
Bro, we good?
We good, brother.